Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors, including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife. Now, we do our best each week to bring you tasteful content, but viewer discretion is advised. Now, enjoy the show.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, cultures, and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch.
Lauren, do you have a favorite car?
Jason, if I had to pick a favorite, I would say it's an old truck. I'm a sucker for those. What's yours?
Oh, well, that's easy. That would be the Outdoors Delmarva Gateway Subaru Outback.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
We begin our show right here on the boardwalk.
And despite the weather of the Saturday morning boardwalk parade, the spirits were as strong as the engines. Inside the Performing Arts Center portion of the Ocean City Convention Center, I'm here with Meredith Herbert. How's it looking this weekend?
You know, so we've had 3 beautiful days so far. On Wednesday, we actually had over 1,300 vehicles check in for the weekend out of our 300 participants. So it's been a busy week so far. We're hoping the weather holds off for today to finish out our Saturday events, and then tomorrow on Sunday down at the inlet, we have our grand finale show and awards that take place with the grand finale trophy ceremony taking place at 2 o'clock Sunday at the inlet, where we give out all of the awards throughout the weekend.
Now, for those who are new to the area or those who, might just live under a rock and they're like, I don't know what this Cruisin OC really is, and it's been going on for 32 years. Tell us some history about the event.
The town came to my parents and said, hey, we've got this dead weekend in Ocean City. The weekend before Memorial Day is always, no one's in town, can you come up with an idea? And my dad was like, yeah, I got this great idea. Let's do a car show. And the first year there was about 100 or so cars that came down to show off their cars. And since then it has grown to over 3,000 vehicles in the event that you see today. So it was started 33 years ago, but this is the 32nd annual. My parents started it, and since then they've retired, and my sister and I have taken it over. So it really is a family event.
Have you heard anything about the next generation? Like, these kids aren't into cars like we used to be, because that's a growing theme that we're seeing in a lot of traditions across Delmarva, is that the younger kids just aren't doing it. They're just not into it. Are you seeing that with the cars? Not
really. A lot of the cars that we have, these kids started out riding in the back seat of their parents' hot rod driving down the boardwalk, and now it's really fun to see them taking the keys and driving down the boardwalk parade. So it definitely is a multi-generation event, and these families are putting their hearts and souls into their vehicles, and it's just a great way for them to be able to show off their cars.
It was a wet start to the day, but we'll begin to dry out as we go.
We continue the Outdoors Delmarva Cruisin OC Special as we make our way to the OC Inlet parking lot right after these messages.
Happy Independence Day from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to the Outdoors Delmarva Cruisin OC Special.
The parade participants made their way into the inlet parking lot, which we're pulling into now.
This is our first year actually here. We've heard about it for many years, but we finally got to come down here. We're so excited. It's a 71 C10. It's got the original motor, the original paint. We just did a couple things like add some things here and there, but for the most part it's all original. We bought it in New Jersey, but it's from Maryland originally, like 5 miles from here. And yeah, it's pretty good shape. It's a lot of work to take care of a truck like this because the rust attacks it and it comes in quick. So you know you have to get on it as soon as you can. But for the most part, you just keep it clean and keep it stored in a garage is the most important part. Driving a truck like this is incredible because it's like taking a step back in time.
1972 Super Sport Chevelle. It's got a 350. It's bored out 30,000, so it's a 355. It's got headers. It's got a small cam in it. It's got a 350 turbo transmission, 373 gears. It's been restored 22 years ago. And we've come down every year. My family, it's 2 of my daughters. I got 5 daughters. We come down to Ocean City every year and stay somewhere on the beach here, near the beach. And it's little by little we've upgraded it and did some changes to it. And we just added a light system that matches the music. So we're doing a light show Saturday night down on the boardwalk. But the kids have grown up with the car, these guys and other kids that we have, and we've had a good time every year we come down. So the family's getting bigger now. The grandkids are riding on the boardwalk parade. We did the boardwalk parade this morning, so we had a great time with that.
I'm from Salisbury. It's a 1965 Plymouth Barracuda. They started making the Barracuda look like the Valiant front end in 64 and 65. I think they changed the body style in 66 or 67. She's a 6-cylinder slant 6, 225 horsepower, 60,000 miles on her. And she's ruby red, and I love her to death. A guy, like I usually go to Carlisle to the Chrysler Nationals, and I saw the guy there, his name is William, and I bought it from him from Trenton, New Jersey. I drove it from Trenton, New Jersey, all the way down to Salisbury, Maryland, and she ran like a charm, right? I put her in the car show in 2011 in the convention center. My first car show, first trophy ever. So it was kind of special. And my mom, she was in a nursing home, and I took it to her, and before she passed, and she was like, "Oh, that's a big trophy." I was like, "Yeah," and I'm kind of proud of her, and it's just nice coming to the car show. The car enthusiasts and stuff, people here, they got the same interest as I do. I'm a collector. When people see your car, it's not about getting a trophy. It's about showcasing your car with all the stuff you did, the time and money you put into it, And all these cars out here, people put time and money into it, and that means a difference,
We've got more from this year's Cruisin OC coming up a bit later in the show.
But up next, it's all about fishing on the 4th with Scorchy Taws.
Happy Independence Day from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards, sponsored by Shorts Marine, Everything But the Water, and Bell Creek Equipment. For farm, home, or fun, Bell Creek is #1.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva.
Lauren, when someone says 4th of July, what do you think of?
Ooh, I think about swimming and hot dogs and fireworks. What about you?
Oh, for me, it's all about corn on the cob, cantaloupe, and America.
I love it. And for Scorchy Taws, it's all about fishing.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Thursday is the 4th of July. The question before the house is fishing one of your favorite Independence Day pastimes? If so, stay with us for a few minutes for some musings from our mental tackle box of the past. For example,
no matter what the purists say, the #1 reason for going fishing is to catch fish. It also puts all of us on an even keel. Neither brains, brawn, goodwill, moxie, spunk, heart, faith, hope, and charity are going to make any difference if the fish aren't biting. And it's a sport where the beginner has as much chance of catching the big one as the grizzled veteran. Fishing is a sport in which sex, age, color, creed, social standing, financial status, or any other categories that come to mind matter not in the final outcome. It's a great sport. You don't get booed, you don't get taken out if you make a mistake, and you can play it as long as you live. Going fishing holds great anticipation for success. We don't know of any fisherman who anticipates failure when preparing to go fishing. Anticipation is a key to the enjoyment of fishing. It is what we expect rather than what we achieve that keeps us returning. The anticipation of such a pleasure outweighs any possible disappointments. Fishing is so simple. You share and trade memories with friends and even total strangers. Fishing creates those memories, memories like fine wine that improve with age. And it lets you savor the sun, the sea, the unpolluted air, and the pleasure of each moment. For Independence Day, or any day for that matter, it just doesn't get any better than that. Scorchy Toes wandering our Delmarvelous land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is presented by Shorts Marine, online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know there are currently more than 1 billion vehicles being used around the world? According to experts, this number is expected to double by 2040.
Did you know that the average U.S. driver spends 42 hours per year stuck in traffic?
Did you know that only 18% of American drivers today know how to drive a manual transmission?
Did you know that 80% of an average car is recyclable? In the U.S. alone, 12 million vehicles are recycled every year.
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Happy Independence Day from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
Happy Independence Day weekend and welcome back to the Outdoors Delmarva Cruisin OC Special.
We're here at the Roland E. Powell Convention Center, which looks a little different right now than it did back in May.
Tell us about your car, man. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. It's a 1958 Chevy Biscayne. It was done up about 30 years ago, but it sat in storage for a long time, so I freshened it up and put it back on the road and drove it down here for the first time.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that you're not the original owner.
No, not so much, not so much.
What had you done to it in order to bring it back to life?
Oh, all the fuel system, the brakes, wheels and tires, and just a good cleaning. The rest of it was pretty good.
This is a beautiful color. I don't think that was factory.
No, this car was originally turquoise blue. Previous owner did it red and black.
So it went from turquoise blue to red and black to this orange.
Yeah.
She's super sharp. Where are you from?
Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Martinsburg, West Virginia. You drive it all the way here?
Yeah, about 220 miles.
And how does this do on the hills of West Virginia?
Oh, it's great. It's great with it. It's got a newer engine than 58 in it, and a newer transmission, and it drives really nice.
How often do you get her out?
Oh, every chance I get. Yeah. Drive it to work usually once a week, stuff like that.
Is this first year you've been here?
No, I've been here for a while. Last time was 2019, but with a different car. First time I got to bring this one.
Angela,
yes.
Where are you from?
New Jersey, Neptune, New Jersey.
Neptune, New Jersey, all the way down here to Ocean City.
Yes.
Tell us about this car. She's beautiful.
This is a 1965 Chevy Malibu. It is custom made. Me and my dad redid the whole thing from where it used to be like a little rust bucket to as what you see right now.
How long did it take you to go from rust bucket to
maybe like 12 years.
12 years.
Yep. We just love cars, so we took it and we was like, well, we want to do it, so we just redid it. We love cars, we like rebuilding cars, so we just took it and ran with it. And from there, you see this beauty as right now.
You gotta love it, you gotta love it. If you don't love it, it's just a waste of time.
That's right.
Like I said, I don't plan on selling it, passing it down to the kids. Yeah.
It is an event for the entire family. There's something for everyone, whether you want to sit on the boardwalk and watch the morning boardwalk parades, whether you want to walk around the inlet parking lot, which is the epicenter of the event, with the nostalgic boardwalk and vintage rides on the boardwalk on one side and the beautiful Atlantic Ocean on the other side. As well as at the convention center, we have lots going on inside and outside. And it really is just a fun-filled automotive weekend.
Despite the weather not being the best, Cruisin OC is always such a fun weekend here in Ocean City. And remember to check out the Endless Summer Cruisin' happening the first weekend in October.
Coming up after the break, we'll wrap up the show with your latest photos. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
Happy Independence Day weekend and welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva.
Lauren, how's my hair?
Oh, it looks great.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures, thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Crew Vickers of Royal Oak, Maryland, reeled in a nice-looking flounder and sea bass in Ocean City.
6-year-old Scarlett Kane and her dad Sean caught this redfish in the Pocomoke Sound. This was Scarlett's first red. Great job, girl.
Jackson and Mackenzie Allen of Greensboro, Maryland, love the outdoors. Here's a couple pictures of them catching some crabs recently.
Chance and Holt Blades caught a snakehead in Dorchester County.
Levi Layfield and his handy netman Brody Spencer caught this 22-inch, over 6-pound largemouth bass in a private pond. This bass is a personal best for Levi. Great teamwork, you two.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Before we let you go, let's take a look at the Mount of the Week, brought to us by Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy in Pittsville.
This stunning 10-point whitetail was harvested by Jake Emchie in Worcester County. That is some pretty work there, Spencer.
For all your butcher and taxidermy needs, check out Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy on Facebook or stop by their Pittsville location on Morris Road.
That'll do it for us this week, but you can send in more viewer photos by emailing outdoors@wboc.com. And you can check out our social media pages by scanning the QR code at the bottom of your screen.
Thank you for joining us, and if you have enjoyed our Cruisin OC Special, well, we're going to have an hour-long special exclusively on Delmarva Sports Network.
And we'll let you know when that's going to air, but stay up to date by checking out DSN on Facebook.
We hope that you have a wonderful and safe 4th of July weekend, and we'll see you right back here next week. But until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, everything but the water. And Bell Creek Equipment. For farm, home, or fun, Bell Creek is #1.